our finances. Today we're going to be talking about our finances. We're going to look into our weekly and also monthly finances, share with you guys exactly how much we spend on what. It's all on Evie's phone, so Evie's going to be leading this one.
We decided to track our finances, I think when we started traveling, really. So 2 years ago, right after we both quit our jobs, because I think that was the point where we felt that we probably wouldn't have enough.
Yeah, and it's been the best decision, really. Like actually having an app where you put down your finances. Literally, we tried to put every pound that we spend on this app.
Every penny.
I actually round them up.
I can't do that.
But we put it all into this app, and at the end of every month, it's good to be able to look back on it and see where we're spending too much and maybe where we can afford to spend a bit more. It doesn't really happen, does it? But
no,
it's more for cutbacks and just seeing how we're getting on, basically. So yeah, what's the app called?
It's called Money Manager, but I think there are loads of different apps that people use.
Yeah, but this is a good one, right?
One of them is called, one of the most, I think, more famous or common ones is You Need a Budget. But this one I like because you literally just manually input everything, whereas others you link to your bank accounts and stuff. And obviously because we're tracking both our finances together, combined, it just doesn't really work. So how we use it is, whatever day we're on, I just click the add button. And I click bank accounts. If we are eating out, I'll put, I don't know, if we spent like 100 quid. And then I put,
where are you eating out? Damn.
My favourite Chinese restaurant in London.
Sounds like it.
So Kai, for example. And then click save. And ta-da, it appears there. And it's just a really good way of tracking everything that we spend. So let's just bring the chart up. So this is the month of July, and these are expenses. It's just a really nice, I guess, representation graph of what we spend our money on. Yeah,
to be honest, for the last month, I mean, the main chunks of it are usually the same, but I haven't actually seen this for July, so I'm interested as well to see what we've been spending on. We've been traveling a bit as well, so I don't know if that's going to make much of a difference. Probably will.
But we might have spent the money like the month before because we're booking flights and stuff.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what's our biggest expense?
Number one expense, surprise, surprise, is the baby.
Yeah. So that's heavily Kira's nursery fees.
Yeah. So.
Okay, that's only Kira's nursery fees this month. Kira's nursery's £60 a day, I think it works out at. So yeah, pretty expensive. When she turns 3, we'll get 30 hours free a week, which will basically mean it'll become half price. So that's really nice. But yeah, for now, that's a massive expense for us. There are obviously cheaper nurseries, but she's already in this one. It used to be cheaper. We used to get an NHS discount as well because she works for the NHS.
Which is huge.
Yeah, but they got rid of that.
Because I think the company just changed hands. And sadly, the new owners do not believe in NHS discounts.
So that kind of sucks. But yeah, so that's one of our major expenses.
Yeah.
Every month.
I don't know why eating out is the second one, because it normally isn't one
Eating out, Evie, I'm telling you, especially when we lived in London, eating out was almost our number one, if not our number one expense.
And to be fair, I think that's the reason why we decided we needed a budget, because we needed to cut that down.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is don't be surprised that eating out is so high on there, because it's always
it used to
been
be
high for us.
when we lived in London, but now since we moved to the countryside, there's really nowhere to go to eat.
So £263 on eating out. What's inside that?
Oh, we have been to London a few times in July, to be fair to us. So there you go.
Yeah. So Bang Bang there. Bang Bang's a food court that we go to in London. Really, really nice food, but it's impossible to go there and spend less than £50. Whereas when we go to restaurants, like cheap restaurants anyway, we usually probably spend about 30 quid.
Yeah.
But this place, they have the best drinks, they have the best desserts. So
Thai iced tea.
Yeah, we end up
mango
getting
sticky
everything.
rice.
Five Guys on there. I can't resist a bit of Five Guys if we're driving past. So Five Guys, Starbucks. This month we had a bit of a thing for Starbucks. We don't really drink coffee or tea at all. And even these amounts that we've been spending in Starbucks.
It really adds up.
Yeah, but they're for frappuccinos, They're for the green tea frappuccinos. Basically like an iced refreshment.
Oh, I feel like
it's a summer thing, I think.
Now.
Yeah, you just said we got to cut back on them earlier.
Yeah. So. 2 in one day. 2 Starbucks in one, I guess.
Yeah, that's when we were traveling.
We normally share one, and if it's not enough, we have to buy another one.
Yeah.
So.
Then we got Creme, which is like a dessert place in London. Bancone, dinner, lunch in London. That was for 3 people though. Your mum was with us, so £55. Not terrible. McDonald's, Russell's Hall Donut. Does that work?
Yes.
Is that okay? What, you literally had a donut?
I had a donut.
And you put it in as Russell's Hall Donut.
I thought, it could be a random donut.
$1.75 for a donut? What was it, like Krispy Kreme or something?
Steep, but it wasn't even that good, so I regret that. It was a chocolate donut. Oh, what's also good was, so if you just have a look at this screen here, you can actually see how much you've spent in that particular category in the previous months, which is one of the good things of this app.
Sorry, how does that work?
As in, you can just see all your previous.
Oh, so for eating out,
that
that's how much we spent. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So for July was one of the highest. Joint highest with April.
Particularly high. It was particularly high. So we're not
June
usually probably stayed at home.
Groceries must have been more expensive in June.
Yeah. So next one, car transport, £243. Let's see what it is.
We also had to replace the battery in the van last month. Was that in there, or was that the month before? So this is just for like trains and maintenance.
Yeah,
of
maintenance.
the car,
I just figured because we spend so much on fuel, I should have a separate category.
You don't like to see it as such a high number. Maybe we should combine them.
Look, I don't know why it was 782 in June though.
Jesus.
Oh, it's the insurance. Okay, so it includes insurance and road tax. So that's that. July. There we go. Van battery died. We need a new one. Bit expensive.
Yeah, kind of sucked, but hey.
Train to Birmingham. Train to Birmingham teaching. I have to do that quite a lot. So groceries. So £235
a month. I feel like that's not bad because every time we go, we spend about 80 quid, and we go most weeks.
Go once a week. Makes sense. Yeah, it should be about that.
Not too far off.
We don't normally spend £80. It's more like 60 for three of us. So.
I love it because we got a Tesco Club card, and I know it's a scam. I know it's a scam, but I just love how when you go to the till, it's like £83. Tap your club card. Beep. £63. I'm like, yeah.
It's a scam.
So go on, groceries. How much? 235. But the month before 500 and how much?
513. I don't know why that is.
That was the month where we didn't have eating out, so we obviously just spent a lot more money.
I know, but that's unusually high, right? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what it is.
Oh, it's because we went to Costco a lot.
All right, yeah. I don't know if you guys have been to Costco. Costco's amazing.
But it's
every time we go there, it's £120 minimum every time, isn't it? Because everything's in bulk, so.
You know what? I think it's because we've started buying like meat there, which we freeze.
Yeah, bulk buy our chicken and our pork and our beef and everything.
Yeah,
freeze it.
And we've probably got things like lure, which lasts us a whole year when we buy like the giant pack of it.
That's true.
So it saves us money in the long run, but it just looked like a lot more fuel.
Fuel. I hate the fuel. Fuel is like the worst thing ever. I can't wait until we get an electric car and it costs like 10 quid to fill up the car. Do you know what I mean? Spending 70 quid a time on fuel. Oh, I hate it. Literally hate it.
It is very expensive. Although again, look, Costco, it's cheaper.
Yeah, it's like cheaper. I think we got like 15p a litre cheaper at Costco.
Yeah.
But the queue is usually like 100 cars long. So we usually skip it and just go and fill up wherever. But if the queue's not too bad, we get Costco fuel and we save a bit of money. Is that what it's in there then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Topped up 3 times. We also have 2 cars at the minute where we have 1 car and we've got a van. The van was mainly for when we were working on the house. So hopefully we won't have that for too much longer. Although we're thinking about converting it into a camper. Let us know what you think about that, whether it'd be worth doing. But yeah, 2 cars, £200. Not terrible.
Travel.
How much have we got for travel? See, we had $2,000 in June. May was 1,900, June was $2,000. That's what I was expecting it to be higher than 170. We have been on a few trips recently. And I guess that's why they're so high. But then,
but then before that, we hadn't been away in a long time.
No.
So
No.
kind of evens out throughout.
Travel was like always been one of our major things. When we had our mortgage advisor and we were getting a mortgage, he was like talking to us about our expenses, and when we were just being honest about it. And when we gave him our expenses for traveling, he was like,
"This is a joke, right?"
Like, what? He was like, "You might need to sort of like tweak that a little bit, guys."
Or cut down.
Yeah. Yeesh. Anyway.
Utilities, another
fun.
boring category.
So this is the first month that we've put utilities in for because we'd forgotten to do it. We just literally updated it just now before this video. We've got water and electric in the house here. We don't have any gas, so we don't have a gas bill because we've got a air source heat pump. So that's pretty handy. And we also have solar panels on the roof as well. We've got 9 solar panels, which hopefully are saving us some money as well. The other thing you can do with solar panels is like sell the energy back to the grid as well, but we haven't set that up just yet. So any excess you actually get money in, so that would also help balance that out a little bit, probably not a lot.
Also, because we lived in the caravan before, and if you haven't checked that video out, go check it out.
Yeah.
So I guess we saved money by living in the caravan.
We spent a lot of money during the cold months in the caravan on gas. A bottle of gas
But
was
even
like...
so, I feel like it was still less than other people were spending in their houses.
No.
Yeah.
A bottle of gas was 73 quid, and we got through one a week when it was... Yes,
one
we
every
did.
2 weeks.
No, when it was proper cold in winter, it was one a week. But when it was warm, it was like one every 2 months. So balances out. But
Yeah, I guess so.
during the winter, we were spending a lot of money on gas.
Shopping. This is one of the categories where I used to spend so much money in it. And
Yeah, average like 145, 240, 210.
I've
It's not bad.
improved a lot. I've improved a lot.
Yeah, Evie when she used to go shopping, she wouldn't even look at the prices. Like when we first met, this was.
Don't say it like that.
Oh, that's
That
true.
sound bad.
That was when you didn't have to pay for it yourself as well. That was when you had like your parents helping you buy stuff because you literally had no money. You're 16 years old. Nowadays, you spend less.
Spending problem. Yes. Now I really don't buy. I really don't buy anything without thinking really hard about it.
Evie spends more often on smaller purchases. And then I'll spend less often, but on like more expensive purchases, like new cameras and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I probably overall spend more, but way less often on way less items.
And I guess it's for things that we actually like really need,
Yeah, pretty
like
much.
these microphones.
Do we really need them? They are pretty cool.
Yeah. And I guess your priorities change as well, right? Because I used to spend money on clothes, and now I don't because I just spend money on Kira.
Yeah, we have to send Kira to nursery, so yeah.
No, I meant more like toys for her and
Yep.
that sort of thing. Anyway, subscriptions.
Subscriptions are only 3% of our total. Yeah, that's good. We like are majorly against subscriptions, so like we try our best not to sign up for anything that's like a recurring thing.
Even like, because Brett has this joke that I am just like Jessica in Fresh Off the Boat.
Fresh Off the Boat. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Amazing show. Especially if you've got like a relative that's like from that side of the world. It just makes so much more sense. It's really funny.
It's all about being frugal, right? Like getting the most the bang. What's the
The bang for your buck?
Yeah.
I don't know. Doesn't sound right.
Basically, just getting the most out of your money.
Yeah, living frugally is the way to go.
Yeah.
What have we got then?
Like we've
Epidemic
recently
Sound.
just cancelled
Sorry.
Spotify.
Yeah, we were going through our finances the other day, saw Spotify, and they were like, hell no.
$9.99.
Get rid of that. We don't need that. We only sign up for it when it's free.
No, it's never free. It's like $9.99 for 3 months. And
Oh,
then you sign
okay.
up for it, 'cause
Oh,
it's just
okay.
really expensive.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Also, we refuse to sign up for cloud storage, which is 99p a month, because that is just a black hole. Once you start, you can't stop. And then
Yeah,
you
I
just...
agree.
The compound effect is real.
Yeah. So the subscriptions we've got here, Epidemic Sound and Adobe, are both things that we use like for our like editing and our videos and things
Yeah.
like that. So sort of offset them against any earnings that we have for that. So Epidemic Sound is music. It's a royalty paid music that we put on our videos. And then Adobe, obviously, we're talking about Premiere Pro for editing and Lightroom for editing photos as well. So yeah, I don't mind paying for them. That's totally fine. Then we got our bills, phone bills and internet as well. Pretty cool.
All necessities. We normally don't put our house expenditure in here, as in terms of the cost of renovation, because we've got a separate spreadsheet for that. But this month, I think, because we used one of your...
Yeah, we usually use a different bank account or
Yeah.
card to make purchases for the house, so we keep that separate. But yeah, I didn't have that card with me when we were buying these coping stones, so that's gone on there. Also, we are going to be releasing a video soon talking about our finances of the house, how much it's cost us.
Yes.
So
Which
that's
is
like
shocking.
Shockingly good.
Really made me want to faint.
It's shockingly good. You think about how much we've saved compared to if we got someone to build it for us.
Yeah, but it's just huge numbers, isn't it? It just really adds up. Every little thing adds up.
Yeah, so we've got that number. I'm not going to tell you what it is now because we're going to make a video on it pretty soon. But yeah, that's a good one. That's going to be a good video because that's going to include the cost of the house itself, legal fees, all the fees associated with the solicitors and everything, and then actually the building costs
Breaking
and
it
the
down,
furnitures
the
as well.
foundations and...
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a good one. Can't wait. Next.
Insurance. So that's just...
Basically just my health insurance,
Yeah.
isn't it? I don't know what
Yeah.
yours is.
Mine...
Yours is different because it's in Singapore, so I think that comes out
so
of
I
like...
haven't included it here, but...
So that's just health insurance and life insurance, right? If anything happens to me, Evie's going to get bank. Well, it's not the biggest, is it? But we pay £33 a month for it, so I don't know how much you get for it, actually.
I'm not sure.
Fair amount of money, I think. Fair amount of money.
You'll be okay. You're all right.
Lastly then, gifting.
Gift.
Oh wow, that's been cheap. What was it in December? Okay. 276. So peaks in December. Then we're pretty good for the rest of the year. And then,
Maybe we should be a bit more generous.
Yeah, maybe.
Pastries.
I feel like we buy people more than we've put in there, surely.
Yeah, I think because sometimes we buy it as part of
We'll just put it under groceries or something.
or like a
that.
shopping bill rather than me putting it separately as a gift. But anyway, miscellaneous, £2.60.
What's that? What is that?
This month. Oh, I had to sign off my driving license.
Right.
And I just didn't know what to put a category to put that in. Why did we spend £433 in August? My GMC. This is one of the costs of being a doctor. It's painful.
And you've got a big one coming up, haven't you? Or is that one?
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
So that's like a yearly registration fee, is it?
Yeah. It started out at like 150 quid and now it's 430, but we haven't had that much of a pay increase.
It's expensive.
It is. It's just unaffordable. But there you go.
So overall then, as you can see at the top there, we've spent £2,722 this month. It's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
It's not terrible at all, I think. I mean, if you take Kira's nursery fees out of that, we're winning. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, but you can't. That's a moot point, isn't it?
All right. Don't know why I did that. Awkward silence.
Spitting into the mic.
Hey, you got to add my gym membership onto there as well. I started getting to the gym recently, so
But
that's
in
going
August,
on there.
isn't it?
Yeah, 2 weeks for free. So yeah, it'll be in August.
Have you paid already?
No, I got 2 weeks
so
free.
I don't need to add it in yet. You just let me know when you have actually paid.
Yeah, that's the other thing as well with this. Like, because it is only on one phone, you can't share it on 2 phones. I basically have to try and remember and tell Evie every time I spend money, which doesn't happen. So we just sit down every couple of weeks or whatever and sort of go through things then, don't we?
Yes.
But yeah.
Do you feel like we spend an average amount compared to other 3 people households?
I think our utilities are average. Hopefully the solar panels will help with that. I think our nursery fees are astronomical. I know my brother's nursery fees for sending his child to nursery. She doesn't go every day, but neither does Kira. Kira does 4 days, and I think theirs does 2. It's way cheaper.
But it's different though, because...
Yeah, our nursery is very good. They include all the food, the nappies, literally everything. All we've got to do is drop her off and pick her up. It is very good, but it is very expensive. So I'd say that we're spending way more on childcare than most people. But everything else, I'd say, probably pretty average. I reckon our groceries are not far off. Eating out, maybe slightly higher.
Yeah.
Probably shopping is less, I'd say, though. You're pretty good at shopping these days, and I literally spend nothing, so...
Thank you very much.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so that's how much we have spent in the last month. Drop your comments to let us know how much you've spent, whether you think that we have spent way too much money or we have been very frugal and very good and done well.
I think maybe things we could improve on are cutting down on like Starbucks.
We only had like 4 or 5 Starbucks, but yeah, I agree totally.
Up.
Yeah, I totally agree. That was just like an anomaly as well, having that in July, because we've been traveling, so we've just like been hot and sweaty and like seen the green tea with the frappuccino, the ice, and we're like, must have that.
And you know, talking about it doesn't help because I really want one now.
Yeah, same actually. All right, so that's how much we've spent in the last month. If you want to know how much we've spent on the house build, tune in, I'd say next week, hopefully, try and get it up next week. Yeah, that's going to be an exciting one. So thanks for watching. If you're still there, thanks very much. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Hey.
That's what Kira does.
Yeah, Kira's so cute, man.